Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to show you guys how I made this multiple colored keyhole design on this dress. If this is what you're interested in, you're welcome. So this is the fabric I'll be working with, this 1.5 yard, and these are the little pieces I'll be using to make my design. So I'm going to fold my fabric into two. I'll be getting the down part of this gown first. So I'll be cutting the down part and I'm going to minus my half length. My half length is 15 inches, so I'm going to minus it to get my full length. And I'm also going to add my folding allowance, then I'm going to bring it down here and make a mark at that 15 inches. That 15 inches will now serve as my waist. I'm just getting the skirt part of this dress. I'm going to come down by 10 inches for my hip line. I'm going to make a mark there. And I'm going to place my new length at 18 inches. And I'll make a mark. I'm going to divide my waist by 4. I'll mark, add my stitching allowance, divide my hip by 4, mark, add my stitching allowance. I'm going to make this gown a straight cut gown, and it won't be having any back slits. So whatever thing I get at my hip, I'm going to minus 1 inch at the new length. I'm going to make a mark and I'll connect it. I'll take it down. This one is going to be free at the downside. That's why I'm not taking out 2 inch at the new side. So I'm going to take this down. This won't have any back slits. Then after that, I'll cut it out. I'm going to use the front to trace out the back side of this dress. I'm going to add my 2 inch zipper allowance. Then I'll cut it out. Then I'll open up the zipper allowance. So I'm going to cut the upper part of this body. I'm going to get my 15 inches that I minus from my shoulder to my half length. I'm going to mark the 15 inches. When I'm done with that, I'm going to take my body measurements. My shoulder divided by 2. 14 divided by 2, that's 7. I'm going to mark. I'm going to place my armhole at 8 inches, then my bust point at 10 inches. I'm going to divide my bust by 4. Add my stitching allowance. My waist, I'm going to divide my waist by 4 and add my stitching allowance. Then I'll connect. After connecting, I'm going to use my free hand to connect my armhole also. Then I'm going to do a 4x4 neckline for this, the width 4, the depth 4. I'm going to come down 1 inch shoulder slope this way and I will connect. With that, I add my 1/2 inch stitching allowance at the shoulder. When I'm done with that, I'll cut it out. And I've also gone ahead to cut the back part of this, and I also cut the facing that I'll be using to tuck the neck, to turn the neck, and also turn the armhole. I'm going to use my interface now to cut out the shape I'll be working with. So I'm going to fold it this way, then I'll fold it again this way, just the way you fold a 360-degree flea. So I'll be cutting out a circle. So I'll be making use of 3 inch. I don't want my design to be so bold, so I'll be making use of 3 inch. You can decide to make yours 5 or 6 depending on what you want to achieve. So I'll be making use of 3 inch. That's for the bigger circle. Then for the inner circle, I'm going to use 1 inch. I don't want the whole inside to be much also, so I'm just going to make something moderate. So I'll use 1 inch, and I'll also go around. And then I'll connect, and I'll cut it out. And I'll also cut out the inner circle. I'm going to use this now to trace. So I'm going to fold my fabric into 2 this way, and I'm going to use the interface to trace out the shape. I'll also cut out the inner circle. Here's the shape. So I'm going to trace out this shape on all these different colors of fabrics I'll be working with. So I'm done tracing. I cut 2 pieces each. So this is the design we'll be working with. And I'm going to use this very light interface to iron on them, just to give it a little volume. The Duchess I'm making use of is very light, so I'm using this very light, they call it tissue stay or very light interface. I'll use it to iron on them just to make it have a little weight. This is optional, you can decide not to do this. I'm done with that, to cut it out. So as I'm done with that, I'm going to iron this way. I'm going to follow the circle shape. I'm going to iron. Be careful when ironing. Make sure that the shape is still there. You iron. I'm going to iron round this circle. Fold it in this way. Okay, so when I'm done folding it in this way, I'm going to use my hemming gum to put it inside and then iron it again. This will help hold it down. I'm going to take it round putting it inside, and I'll iron. I'm going to repeat this process on all the other colors I'll be working with. When you're done with that, iron it out. Then repeat the same process on all the other pieces. Okay, so I'm done ironing, and also gonna head to hold them down with my hemming gun. And I also went ahead to add extra 2 colors to this. And I'm also gonna head to close down my gown. I've turned the neck, everything, and I've closed it up with the measurements I work with. So now I'm going to turn the back side. I opened the zip side from up down. So now I'll be working with the wrong side of this dress, not the right side, the wrong side. That's the inner part of this dress. I'm going to open it up this way. So now I'm going to take my tape and measure down to where the design will start. So I'm going to be placing mine at 17 inches. So I'll be placing my design from 17 inches down to my full length. You can make yours 18, 19, depending on your height and what you want to achieve. But for mine, I will be placing it at 17 inches. So now I'll be placing my designs. Just the way I'm placing it, I'll be using the right side of this design. I'll be placing it down this way. My design starting from my 17 inches down to my full length. I'll just place it round, and I've also gone ahead to use needle to hold them down. I'm going to take this my sewing machine now, and I'm going to run a stitch in this circle, half inch down on all of them. Then I'll bring it back. Okay, I'm done stitching. I've stitched all of them round. So the next step now is to cut out these holes open. I'm going to cut them out. I'm going to cut down all these holes open on all of them, and when I cut them, I'm going to notch. This notching is very important. I'm going to notch. This will make it easy for you when turning it over to the front. So I'm going to cut them open and notch. I'm going to repeat this on all of them. Okay, so I'm done. I'm done cutting the holes open, and I'm also gonna head to notch. Emphasis on notch. So the next step, I'm going to turn it over to the front side. This is the front side, and I'll start bringing out my designs. As you can see, the notching made it easy for me to turn it this way. So the next step now is to iron it down. I'm going to iron this. Then I'm going to take my hemming gum and I'll put it inside this way, and I'm going to iron. This will help hold it down. I'm going to take my hemming gum and secure it down this way round the circle. You need to be careful when doing this. And I'm going to repeat this process on all my designs. This process requires a whole lot of patience, so you need to be patient doing this. This is the last piece. If you're yet to subscribe to my channel, please do so. And we are done. This is what it looks like. So you can decide to use matching thread to sew on them. For me, I'm going to use matching thread on them. This is optional. You can decide to leave it this way, but me, I'm going to use matching thread to run stitches on them just to hold it down properly. So I'm going to take this to my sewing machine. I'm going to close down this zipper allowance and I'll fix my zipper. I'm done closing it up. This is what it looks like, and I've also gone ahead to fix my zipper. Please, if you've not subscribed to this channel, subscribe to this channel, share, like, and comment. I really appreciate it. See you guys in my next video. Bye.